Hey there, welcome to the Daily C with Coach C, your daily shot of inspiration, motivation, a little bit of coaching. And today on the Daily C, I want to talk about something that's been on my mind, and that's authenticity. I've been listening to a lot of interesting podcasts lately with different celebrities and different gurus and different names. And for a long time, I didn't put myself out there, and I didn't, speak what I feel is my message. I didn't communicate powerfully my message because I was always comparing myself to other speakers, Brene Brown, Oprah Winfrey. I'm not really comparing myself to Oprah Winfrey, but I would look at the people that I, would love to, I love to hear their message. And so, or Tony Robbins, any other kind of transformational coach and speaker or consultant. And I wouldn't put myself out there because I really wanted my own message to be an authentic expression of me. And I was so busy often comparing their message, and it's like, oh, well, we say the same things. We do say very similar things, and we come from, our training and their backgrounds often are very similar. I've had a lot of corporate experiences, and 3 years ago when I reinvented Contrast, what is now today the Contrast Results Group, when I reinvented that company and that brand after all the 27 years of experience, I am finally owning the numbers. After the 27 years of experience being a transformational coach and a speaker, I really looked at what was it that has held me back the most. And I think the biggest thing is finding my voice in a space that has a lot of really powerful people, but that doesn't mean I don't have a really powerful message. So it took a lot for me to reinvent myself, and I'm always reinventing myself. But it took a lot to let go of those notions of, other people are doing it. So what is my lane? How do I get in there? What's my brand voice? And, the truth is the experiences that I've had corporately, also owning my own businesses, selling the companies, and doing various different works throughout the last 27 years, has given me a voice of authority and the ability to powerfully speak about business, about transformation, be it personal, be it business, it doesn't matter. And I do have a lot to offer in those areas. And if I am being authentic about it, I can't compare myself to other people or other gurus or other coaches. I am not them, I am me. I have my own authentic voice to share with you, the viewer, or my client, or whomever, And that stopped me for many years because I was constantly looking at other people's lanes. And, I just want to stay in my lane and be able to make the impact and the difference that I make through how I coach. And sometimes my coaching is messy. It's not necessarily always, a straight line to get to the breakthrough of the transformation, but it's really fast. I can see underneath a problem and really pinpoint the problems and the issues that my clients are facing really quickly. I can see where there's a lack of alignment, either in an organization or internally with what's going on. And I really honor that level of work that I have done because I have done some really hard work and I have trained with some really phenomenal masters. When I started working in the consulting industry, I cut my teeth with people who ran very big companies, very powerful people. And I learned from masters like Jack Welch, and I learned from Werner, and I learned from, really great names in the industry of consulting and transformation. And I was always looking to what is my voice? What is my piece of that? And finally, after all of these years, it's really coming together for me. And I think being authentic is to be vulnerable and to share with you, I don't always have it all together. There's always something to deal with, whether it's with my kids, whether it's with my business, whether it's a cash flow, is it a client problem, is it a delivery problem? I have just as many problems as people who have way more scale than me and way bigger bigger than me, and we have just as many problems as people who don't have as much. So, it's not about having problems. We all have them. We all put our pants on the same way. We all face the same challenges, just at different levels. And often people will say to me, oh, you have it all together and you have the family and the company and the business. Well, let me tell you, this week I had complete lopsided balance. I've been juggling nonstop, and I'm, really, tonight I have a dinner to go to, and I've been out every day leading or facilitating or speaking or just at events that I needed to attend. And I don't always want to do that. I want to stay home and snuggle with my kids and play and just kind of zone out. But if I'm telling the truth, I made a commitment. And for me, when I make a commitment and I dig in, my word is my bond. I honor my word. If I say I'm going to show up, I show up. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And that's just kind of been my general premise in life. And to tell you the truth, I don't always feel like the outside doesn't know, like I might look bubbly and excited and energized, but on the inside, I'm like, I am tired. I want to stay home with my kids, or I'm stressed, or I'm concerned about something. And, I have 3 incredible children, and they all have very different and unique needs. And I have to balance those needs against the company needs and against what's in my business. And this week it was a complete one-sided, lopsided towards business. So today's Thursday and tomorrow's the last day of the week. And I'm excited because on the weekend, I've already made a commitment to just be with my family and be doing family things and not working and not attending to letting some of those things, some of that stuff's going to slide off the table, and that's okay, and being okay with that. But also the final piece that I want to talk about is authenticity. It's you do you, the best version of you, and I do me, the best version of me, and we don't have to compare. Stay in your lane. I love that phrase, and I've used that phrase for a very long time. When I stay in my lane, I am going for what works for me, and it's okay for you to stay in your lane and go for what works for you. We don't need to judge and assess each other or how that's going. And really, at the ultimate is, what kind of people do you want to surround yourself with? What's really valuable for you and what's really important? And for me, it comes straight down to authenticity, being willing to call it out on myself, being willing to tell people. I had a girlfriend who said something to me yesterday, and it was like, ouch, did you have to say it like that right now? It was kind of bad timing. And then I was like, no, I really appreciated it. And I made the shift she asked me to make. And I'm very grateful for the feedback. At the time, you ever get feedback and you're not really grateful in the moment for the feedback, but then you get a chance to step back and reassess it. And I am grateful for it. And I'm grateful for the people in my life. But I think this year, and a lot of what we do with Contrast, is really help our clients, our leadership, become the authentic self-expression for them. Not the one that was imposed by our childhood, or the ones that, like, the shoulds that we have, like how should we look, how should we dress, how should we act. None of those things. It's really about our authentic self-expression, and that is unique because we all have unique purposes and we all have different ways of expressing that. So the message on the Daily C today is stay true to you, be authentic, and just continue to stay in your lane. Stop worrying about what other people think. And that's the magic. So have a great day. I hope you like, subscribe, follow us on the Daily C, and share with us. If you've got some comments, love to hear them. Please don't post hate, though. If you hate, then please do that elsewhere. We're just gonna take it off anyway. Not that we don't wanna hear criticism. There's a difference between criticizing and hating. And I don't go on other people's posts, and I never post anything online that is negative. I try very hard not to. Occasionally I've gotten trapped in that, but I try really hard not to. So be you, be authentic, like, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the Daily C, and we'll see you again.